Yuji defeating Sukuna. Like, this is Sukuna we're talking about, the king of curses, the dude who's been the final boss since day one, and Yuji just went and beat him. It wasn't easy, and it took everything Yuji had, but he pulled it off. This is huge, guys. It's like if your high school bully suddenly became the final boss in a video game, and you beat them with the power of friendship and sick combos. Yuji's victory here isn't just a win, it's a total game changer for the whole Jujutsu world. Now let's talk about Yuji's gains, because this dude is straight up jacked. Remember when he kicked that massive concrete pillar? That thing probably weighed more than a truck, and Yuji just yeeted it like it was nothing. And don't even get me started on his building jumping skills. Our boy was out here doing parkour between skyscrapers like it was a casual jog in the park. It's insane to think how far he's come from just being that super strong high school kid. Now he's out here making other sorcerers look like they skip leg day. Yuji's raw physical strength is off the charts, and it's a big part of what makes him such a beast in combat. Okay, let's geek out about Black Flash for a sec because Yuji's mastery of it is just ridiculous. For those who need a quick refresher, Black Flash is like hitting the critical hit button in real life. You've got to time your cursed energy impact within 1/1,000,000th of a second of your physical hit. It's stupidly hard to pull off, but Yuji, he's out here spamming Black Flash like it's nothing. This technique doesn't just make his hits stronger, it puts him in this flow state where he's operating at 120% power. It's like he's got cheat codes activated in real life. The fact that Yuji can pull off Black Flash so consistently is a huge part of what makes him such a monster in fights. When it comes to throwing hands, Yuji is an absolute beast. His hand-to-hand combat skills are off the charts. Like, imagine trying to fight a ninja who's also a pro boxer and maybe part Ninja Turtle. That's what going up against Yuji is like. He's got this perfect mix of raw power and crazy technique that makes him a nightmare in close combat. Even Sukuna, who's supposed to be this unbeatable demon king, was getting rocked by Yuji's hands. It's wild to think that there might not be anyone on Yuji's level who can take him in a straight-up fist fight. Our boy's turned punching into an art form, and he's painting masterpieces with those fists. Alright, let's talk about Yuji's speed, because this dude is faster than my internet when I'm trying to dodge spoilers on Twitter. He's out here moving so fast that even Yuta, who's a special grade sorcerer, is barely keeping up. Remember when Yuji dodged Choso's piercing blood? That attack moves at the speed of sound, and Yuji was like, nah, I'm good. He's not just fast in short bursts either. Throughout his entire fight with Sukuna, Yuji was zipping around like he had rocket boosters strapped to his feet. It's like watching anime and fast forward, except it's actually happening in real time. Yuji's speed game is so strong he could probably deliver pizzas across Tokyo in 30 minutes or less. Now let's talk about Yuji's ability to take a hit, because this dude is tougher than trying to open a jar of pickles with wet hands. Seriously, his durability is off the charts. Remember when Sukuna punched him across Tokyo? Yuji just got up and kept fighting like it was a love tap. And don't even get me started on his pain tolerance. Yuji's the kind of guy who'd stub his toe and be like, this is fine. It's not just about being tough either. It's about keeping going no matter what. Yuji's got that anime protagonist energy where he just refuses to stay down. You could probably drop a building on him and he'd crawl out of the rubble asking for round 2. Yo, don't let Yuji's muscles fool you. This dude's got a big brain to match. His battle smarts are seriously next level. It's like he's got a supercomputer in his head that's constantly running fight simulations. Yuji picks up new techniques faster than I learned TikTok dances. And that's saying something. Remember how quickly he mastered Black Flash? Or how he figured out how to use Sukuna's techniques against him. Yuji's not just reacting in fights, he's reading the whole situation, adapting on the fly, and coming up with crazy strategies. It's like watching a chess grandmaster, except the chess pieces are exploding and everything's on fire. Yuji's battle IQ is so high he could probably solve a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded and fighting off a horde of cursed spirits. Let's break down Yuji's arsenal of cursed techniques, because our boy's got more tricks up his sleeve than a magician at a kid's party. First off, he's got this low-level blood manipulation thing going on. It's not as fancy as Choso's, but it gets the job done. Then there's his version of Sukuna's shrine technique. Yuji's cleave and dismantle are like having a pair of cosmic scissors. He's out here cutting through reality like it's construction paper. And don't even get me started on his reverse curse technique. Yuji can literally reattach his own limbs mid-fight. It's like he's got a cheat code for unlimited lives. With all these techniques, Yuji's not just a one-trick pony. He's got a whole circus of moves ready to go. And the coolest part is, our boy Yuji showed off his domain expansion at the end. That really shows how powerful a sorcerer he is. You can't just roll into a fight without something like that. We still don't fully get what this technique does aside from giving him a walk around his hometown with his uncle, but it definitely helped beat Sukuna, and proves that Yuji's on a whole different level. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. How does Yuji stack up against Gojo? Now I know what you're thinking. Dude, are you for real? This is Gojo we're talking about. And you're right, it's a wild comparison to make. Gojo's been the benchmark for OP characters since forever. But hear me out. Yuji just took down Sukuna, something even Gojo couldn't do. Does that automatically make Yuji stronger? It's hard to say. Gojo's got that limitless technique and 6 eyes, which is like having admin privileges for reality. But Yuji's raw power and versatility are nothing to sneeze at. Maybe it's not about who's stronger, but about how their strengths differ. Either way, the fact that we can even have this conversation shows just how far Yuji's come. So where does Yuji stand in the grand scheme of things? After everything we've seen, it's safe to say he's rocketed up the power rankings faster than a TikTok trend. He's definitely in the top tier of sorcerers now. We're talking special grade level easy. Is he at the tippy top with Gojo and Sukuna? That's debatable. But he's definitely in that conversation now. Think about it. Yuji's got the physical stats, the techniques, the battle smarts, and now he's got the big win against Sukuna. He's like that one friend who was okay at video games and suddenly became a pro player overnight. Yuji might not be the undisputed #1, but anyone who doesn't put him in their top 5 strongest characters list is just kidding themselves at this point. Alright, JJK fam, we've broken down Yuji's insane power-up, and I don't know about you, but I'm still shook. Our boy has come so far from being that strong kid eating fingers to save his friends. Now he's out here changing the whole game. But here's where I want to hear from you guys. Where do you think Yuji ranks now? Is he stronger than Gojo? Could he take on the whole verse? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've got any wild theories about where the story's going next, let's hear them. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more JJK breakdowns. Until next time, keep your domain expansion ready and stay cursed.